Bye if you want to.
Welcome to everybody here. It's a pleasure to have all of you for this special event. I just want to mention, before I get started, I was just speaking with Don Bradway, who said, why should you be nervous? Just do like you would do in court. I said, Don, I don't go to court. So with that start, this is the first time I've done this. It's the only time I'm doing this. And like anybody who does something for the first time, I talked to other people who had some experience. Like an old friend of mine whose daughter had just been married about a month ago, and I said, listen, do you have any tips? He goes, well, you are the father of the bride. And I said, yes, that's right. So it's pretty important. He goes, yeah. He goes, you've got 1 minute and no more than that. So I'm going to try and take that advice, but I do have a little pre-toast before the 1 minute toast. First, I just want to talk a little bit about Thursday morning, which of course was rainy, wet, and cold. And I watched probably more weather on TV and on the internet than I've ever watched before, because I thought it would be important for me to call Hayley at some point and cheer her up or do something. I was going to find some positive news, so I watched for about an hour and a half. I found absolutely nothing positive on TV. I learned there's a cone of uncertainty in the weather world, which is a great term. I wish we had something like that in the legal world. And then I got a text from Hayley and said, "Can you meet me for coffee?" So I'm like, uh-oh. So I said, sure. So I go down to Starbucks, and she comes in, and I'm thinking, what am I going to say here? And she comes in, she's drenched. She has a windbreaker on, and it's covered, it's wet. She takes it off, it's wet right through that. And she says, Dad, there are two really good things about this storm. I said, what's that? Hayley goes, she says, number one, people won't know whether we're sweating or it's the rain. Anybody who spends enough time with us knows that's an issue. But the other part is that she said, and besides that, all our family and all our friends are going to be here to share with me marrying the man that I love. That was her second point. And from that point forward, there was no need for me to watch the Weather Channel. There was no need for me to talk about let knots never become untied and any of that. I could leave that all behind. We are very thankful to Don and Susan Bradway for Andrew. Having Andrew come into our lives on an unofficial basis has been a pure pleasure, and now on an official basis is a real thrill. Speaking on behalf of myself, Cheryl, Brady, Lori, Decker, Matt, and Cody, as well as the extended family that is here today, we welcome you and we love having you.
Yeah.
We're also proud of the way Hayley manipulated the process. We're very proud of her. We knew you were out there. We knew there was somebody there. But we knew that she was going to get you vested before introducing you to her family. And then she picked us off one at a time before a group get together so we could integrate completely. And fortunately for us, the process worked. The one other thing I just want to say, and trying to put this together, I looked over the guest list, and I thought that the point would be everybody came from far away, and how great it was that this collection of guests came from, and people did come from far away. There's California, there's London, there's Boston, there's Atlanta, Denver, California. But in looking over the list, it wasn't the geography that I found so impressive. What I found impressive is that the list really is an indication of Hayley and Andrew's priorities and the way they live. it's not only family, which is of course important, but it's people that they've had relationships from the time, from as early as when they were born. There are people here who live in their neighborhoods, both Hayley's neighborhood and Andrew's neighborhood. They've been friends of the family forever. There are people here from Longfellow Elementary, including Rainey Harkness, who's the maid of honor. There are people from Providence Elementary here. Carolyn, there are James Madison people, Delaware people here. How about Federal Hill? And as well as a number of people who have been very important to Andrew and Hayley in their work lives, and are not only friends but have been mentors of theirs, are here also. And last but not least, of course, is the Lake George crowd, who didn't go to college, so there's no... That's not true. But the beauty of it is, not that all those people here tonight, but the beauty of it is that the way that Andrew and Hayley live, you're in it for life. There's nobody getting out. You're all going to be part of this for a long time, and so that's the pre-toast. Okay, so when Hayley was 3 or 4 months old, I went to work one morning, and at that time it was a relatively strong party crowd that I worked with, none of whom had their own children. And so I showed up one day, and one of them said to me, "Well, how's it going?" And I know that the answer that I was supposed to give was something like, "Oh, this is awful, I haven't slept in months, can't stand doing diapers, we're miserable all the time, why do we possibly do this?" And that's what was, and my answer was, no. My answer was, every morning that I go in there to take Hayley out of her crib, like Christmas morning. And it's never changed. Never changed. I've had thousands of Christmas mornings as Hayley's father, and what I'd like to do now is raise a glass and toast and wish that Hayley and Andrew together can have thousands of Christmas mornings.